Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome to Within Wednesdays with me, Wingish Nibe, Mijeki Kwe, Christiana Carr, Chris Carr, Superstar. We're Within Wednesdays where I'm sharing more of myself and my personal stories. Now, today I'm actually kind of excited. I woke up sad. I was crying, of course, with all this stuff going on. But I'm expanding my knowledge some more and doing something that I always dreamed of doing since I was a kid, saying, look at this, try and stop me. I'm on a roll, baby. And I just got this in. Okay, look at that. I love the number here. 13 is a goddess number. 13 moons, 13 grandmothers, very womanly. I was getting lots of messages to do this. Inside here is my course that's going to help me and help others too. I always wanted to get into psychology and counseling. My first was going to be addiction counseling because my biological father is an alcoholic. Haven't heard from him in many years, but so that was something. I saw how that helped. So then I wanted to help the alcoholics because my mom raised us as he was sick so that we didn't take it personally. So I wanted to help those sick people. So I wanted to do the addiction counseling. And then I saw how, well, not just saw, living it, experiencing it, the effects it has on the family and the children. And I've always wanted to help the children. I saw that with my mom. She was the hero of the children. She helped. My cousins had come out and told her about the abuse in the family. And she stood by those children. And my mom was my hero. I looked up to her. I mean, I still do. She's my hero because she's human. She's human. She's going through her things now, but I love her still. So, in seeing that, I wanted to help like my mother did. I wanted to be there, protect those children because the children are the future, right? So I've known that even as a child myself, wanting to help the children as a child, wanting to help the adults, right? Making everybody laugh or whatever, right? If everybody's laughing, nobody's fighting. Of course, it didn't always work. Heightened sense of responsibility. No more. I need to take care of me for my children. Look at this. How to get started. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I'm homeschooling myself. So this is what it is. Child psychology. So it's helping the children, learning their development. I mean, I've always been into psychology. When I did the early childhood education, I only did 1 year because that was, at that time, my parents. So, my dad, okay? Any man can be a father. It takes someone special to be a dad, okay? So, my biological father, he's Ken, father, sperm donor. I never referred to him as my dad because my dad is my dad. Okay. This says peace. This, I will show you. This is my mom and dad. They still live. He rents a room from her. They're not together no more. Of course, they're still my little dad. Thanks, because when they were together, oh, man. Oh, it was amazing. The people that they helped. When people heard that they broke up, they were like, Bob and Sue, no way. So, that happened while I was in college taking early childhood education. But it was something that wasn't my path, but it was helping me there. And in the psychology course there, I'd actually been asked by the teacher there if I would tutor the others for the psychology. So I've always been really good in psychology, trying to figure out how people work, why they do what they do, right? The processes, and the children, watching them develop. So, I mean, I've got children now. This helps me with my children now, and then paying it forward too. Like, this ain't no big thing, right? But well, it is for me. But what I mean is, so it's not like going into the actual university and taking it. It's my of course. But I've also been already taking the spiritual psychotherapy, and I'm already on that track for registered psychotherapist. This is the way I've got to do it right now. We will get there. We will get there eventually. But look at that. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to do this work. I am so excited to do this work. Because I love this work. I love psychology. So where my track is going now is I want to help the helpers to keep doing this important work. So it's not just the one-to-one clients. And I guess that's why I'm here on the YouTube, right? Even when I wanted to be crazy Christy Carr superstar and pursuing my acting career, that was my dream of, if I get famous, I reach a broader audience and manipulate the world into being happy, peaceful, loving people. See, I used that because somebody had told me, I think it was in the Sylvia Brown book, I don't know, about what your life purpose might be. Apparently, mine was manipulator. So while we can manipulate clay, it doesn't have to be a bad thing, right? So that's why I looked at it like that. Because at first I thought, what? But then I can see, I manipulate you into finding who you truly are and loving yourself. How? What? How? What's wrong with that? Huh? But as long as it's true, right? You need to see the truth. So, right? So, what's true for you? You know, it might not be what other people say. Student handbook. Oh. I love learning, and the books, that's why I had to do the Begin Within too, having all the books around me and sharing that with others and sharing with you. How are we going to make this change? Because I was watching that video. I think I shared something. Oh, and forgive me, I can't remember her name at the moment. She's a doctor that just put out studies. Actually, it was kind of funny. One was published on March 8th, 2017, that was the day the death unit started in the spiritual director class that I took there and finished up in 2017. So, yeah, I'm done those courses. I still have some stuff to do, and I will. But the focus has to be here with me and my children. I hope I'm not blocking my mic because I didn't wear it, but I just noticed my elbow was in front of it. So, yeah, to help me and my children, because my children are going through a lot. And it's hard. It's difficult for sure. My 14-year-old, who's going to be 15, is on the spectrum with a very, very high intelligence. There's been other stuff going on and behaviors and stuff that I've been noticing in my children for quite some time. And seeking to get help with that. And having my own stuff coming out too, not wanting to project on them. Going through the course I did at Transformational Arts College in Toronto. Amazing. I love that school. Ugh, love that gourd right down to. Oh. And then I got this thing called totem gourd. I'm like, yeah, gourd's one of my totems. Just amazing. Amazing. And all the instructors, everybody there. It's like, how can I pick a one, right? But that's a founder. I didn't get so close to Linda Rindack. I think it's Linda. She's the other co-founder. But yeah, it had an impact on me. And all the people there, if you're watching, thank you. I love you. You're in my heart. All my soul peeps. I shared a lot there. Shared my tears. Nobody seen my tears. Nobody seen me cry. Because that got me in more trouble. I'm having an up and down day, right? Try and stop me. I can do it, which is okay. Feeling to heal, trying to heal. Feel those feelings I never felt before. Feeling ashamed of myself. That's a big piece for me. It's that big shame. Big shame. Realizing stuff that I went through. And yeah, I'm a dreamer. People say I'm unrealistic and pipe dreams. And yeah, well, you know what? Sometimes those dreams and fantasies were a lot nicer place to be. And it took me a long time to disconnect from those toxicities. And I'm upset and sad and try not to feel guilty for what it took for me to finally disconnect. And I pray for my children, and I want to help them. This is where it starts, right? Because this is to help my children first and foremost. And to help my little. She's an amazing little being. She dealt with a lot. High trauma in the first 5 years of my life. And I realized through school, the experiential program, wow, beautiful. I think that's the most beautiful thing about it. Is because you need to get in touch with your own stuff. So that when you're with clients, this doesn't start happening. And it helped me get in touch with a lot. And then with flashbacks, because I didn't remember stuff for myself. And I didn't want to see, or it's not to go pursue charges or anything like that. For me, finding out and those things coming up for me helped me to understand me, right? There was a time I thought, well, because everybody's come out to me, was I sexually abused? I had blocked that, like, completely. But there was these little things and signs and behaviors that I seen in my own behaviors, right? Learning about psychology, and I started studying alcoholism and things like that, addictions, like grade 4. Whenever we could choose our own project, I chose it. Even in high school, with history class, I found a way to do the history of alcoholism. So I was doing that. Like, I wouldn't say an expert, there's always more to learn, right? But understanding that and learning that about the addictions from a young age too. I got addicted to behaviors more than anything else. I wanted to be in control. I didn't want anything to control me. I didn't want my body to become dependent on anything. You know, I am free-thinking, strong-willed being, right? And lost my train of thought because I heard, uh-oh, my phone went off. And I don't know, what else you want to know about me? So those were my driving things. So I had the flashbacks, that's right, I had the flashbacks. I shared with my mother. And that made me feel more ashamed. Because I watched my mother stand up to abusers before. Stand by the side of those children and help those children out. I'm not a child. I'm not a child. Well, we all are in some ways. But it hurt when I talked to my mom. I'd had these flashbacks. And I wanted some validation. So I just asked her about the places that we were living. General questions to confirm what was in my mind was reality. That's how it was. That it was a memory and not something I was making in my head. And so she confirmed what I was saying. So I said, well, I'm asking you this because it's happened to me. My biological father, an uncle, he was a child. Another one. But I'm only young when this happened. That's why I blocked out. My foundation years. My mom separated from my father and left in a time when police and stuff couldn't do anything. That's why she was my hero. She stuck to it. I had a big sister. She did what she thought she could. She's gotten through her own stuff. When I was in college, her and my dad went through a lot. And then separated, divorced. When I didn't finish school, that took a lot out of me. Like, you'd think it affects the kids. Well, I was an adult when that happened. And it was really hard when my parents split up. And I did a lot of healing around that. And now with stuff going on, it's kind of like, I wish they were together. That unit that they were, that helping. My daddy's been here a few times, and I'm thankful for that too. But it's just so sad how it takes some really sad things to happen to bring people together. I read something on Facebook and posted it, why don't we call in the people to trigger and reflect the joy that we have in us instead of triggering all of our past traumas and shit to deal with that. I'm really exposing myself here. And I'm still hesitant to hold it, to say everything. When I told my mom this. Okay. That was the first thing. That was, she got up in a dramatic way. And what she said to me was like, oh my goodness. I wonder if he did anything to your brothers. It's worse for boys than it is for girls. What? Yeah. What? My mom, my hero, just went like, well, forget about you. We're just going to bowl right over you. And oh, I hope your brothers are okay. I am a firstborn. I have three brothers. Two of them, of course, from my biological father as well. My youngest brother, there's 10 years between us. And he's between my mom and my dad. My dad always said there's no steps in this family. He's my dad. He's not my stepdaddy. He's my true daddy. And he's here. Well, he's not here right now, right? But I have his support. And then with this stuff with my children, my family has disconnected from me. This is what this is about. Because I've done healing. And felt all that about my mom and my dad. And when my mom... I miss her. And I miss my oldest son. But, they are free will beings, making their own choices. Oh, I'm proud of my son for that. He's going to be getting married. He's disconnected from me. But I know the truth always comes out. And I am not here to prove the truth. No. And then it just makes it look like this picture that's being painted of me being unstable. But, well, who? Who feels stable? When you follow all the right things to help your children. And you teach your children, you speak out, you tell the truth. If you need help, we ask for help and we'll get the help. And then they do that. Hey? Right? Mom will believe you. And then mom talks, but nobody believes mom. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. The people that could help decide, no, we're not going to believe you. Because the other one, louder. Talk, and talking louder, right? Spreading it around. This whole gaslight thing too. Oh my goodness. I got my vanity to gaslight work and I was like, no more, please. Yeah, learning about that. And when they can't control you anymore, they try to control how others see you. Well, my goodness. if my life isn't pretty much pulled from a textbook at this point right now, when we're reading about this stuff and these disorders and the child psychology and what's going on with my children, the signs and that these behaviors are pointing to, right? And there's things I didn't want to believe it. But, somebody posted this, like, the lie will travel halfway around the world while the truth is still putting on their shoes. Remember that in these struggles, because I know I'm not the only one going through these struggles. And it's really hard to maintain composure. Right? What mother wouldn't go crazy trying to protect their kids, and then the ones that are supposed to help protect their kids are saying, no, we're just going to hand them back over. What? What? Yeah, and if you stop it, then you're going to go to jail. What? What sense does that make? Oh, I hope I'm making any kind of sense, but, we're starting out there. I'm getting focused. My focus now here. Because I need to focus on that, because the more I think about what's happening in life, the harder it is. But there's lots of things that I'm grateful for. For my beautiful home, my Begin Within home. My children are amazing beings, and we are getting there slow and steady. They have learned behaviors, have learned helplessness, and to help to give them that confidence in themselves. That even when they're being trying, I've even said, I love you even then, and I'm proud of you even then. But, those attitudes will come in great, but don't use them for the ones that are trying to help you. But you know what? To stand up for yourself, right? And you can't con a con is something that I said. So since you guys know how to con and manipulate, you're going to be able to tell when people are trying to pull one over on you, because you've done that yourself. You know how that works, right? So, they're really good kids. And they're such a blessing, and I love them so much. I give my life for them. Everything I do is for them. That's always been my biggest dream come true, was to be a mom. And to be a mom like my mom, because I felt my mom gave me a backbone. But I realized it was my mom with my dad. They both together was solid, right? That balance. Well, we need that male and female energy. We need that balanced. And my daddy, boy, pretty balanced. I mean, we all have our things. We're human. He's a human too, right? And I'm very grateful. I am very grateful for everything in my life, because it helps make me who I am. And it's hard. Yeah, it's not easy. But it's getting easier for those tears to flow and to show, and not just to suck them back up and say, no, we're not doing that. Crying is bad. No, crying is good. It's good. It's a good release. You feel better when we do it. Hope I've made some sense. It would be great to hear some feedback. Share your stories. It would be beautiful. That's what this is. That's what this is about. It's a start, right? I mean, I get that ball rolling. I've always been the first one to be on that dance floor. You know what? Because, hey, somebody got to be out there, and then the next thing you know, everybody's on the dance floor, right? I've always been like that. I don't need to drink first, nothing. Just get me on that dance floor. People say, what are you doing that for? Oh, they're all by yourself. Well, you know what? Then people are thinking, I wish I could do that. I need to get more of that back in me, because I've gotten a little more shy again. But that's okay. I'm doing that within, getting in touch with my female side. It's a little different for me. Like I said, pretty macho. Not so much anymore. Okay. Must go. Peace. Big heart hugs. We can do this. Together we can make a difference. We just need to begin within. Be honest with ourselves. What's going on there? What is our projections out there in the world? What's those reflections saying back to us? When we project it out, it reflects back. So, what's that reflection of our projection? What's it say to you? Okay, we're all on our personal journeys. We may have similar experiences. We may come together to help make a change, create a shift that needs to happen. And we can do it. We can do it. Just try and stop us. Let's keep going. Within Wednesdays, look within. Begin within. You are sacred. I have much love for you. For all. So we're all beautiful. We all belong here. Beautiful, unique expressions of the great divine. Yes, yes, you are. I know I can keep rambling on. So much going on, but I got to go. Get started. Oh, ho, ho, ho. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna help the children. I'm gonna help all those others helping the children too. Okay. All right. We can do it. Peace.